Also, the inner circle. Yes, thank you for the recording. We got the Inner Circle. And so we just launched a new platform for our Inner Circle program and system. And man, this is impressive. You can go be a member for the first 30 days for free. Go try it out, go test it. It's one of the best resources that you can go. And even if you wasn't at Atlanta, you can go listen to some of the calls and some of the talks that we had on stage, like, Eddie's Head, State of the Union, like Franco's call. You can go hear some of those calls that you maybe missed out on so you can know why we're so excited, why we're so fired up and energized off of our, Amplify event. You will get amplified if you stay plugged in to our Inner Circle. So definitely make sure you are subscribed to that. Get your first 30 days for free. And so we have daily presentations available, elitesynergysystem.com. You'll go see some more information. We have calls by some of our top leaders, Muzafa, Jesse, Shars hosting a lot of, calls. We also just launched a new Saturday scoop call where we have one of our top leaders do a presentation and even get into a fast start training for you. Because listen, everybody has their different ways of leading and how they like to launch their business. So it's good to go listen to everybody's perspective and get your own perspective and learning on what you're going to use and moving with your best foot forward. So it's very good to stay plugged into the system and stay charged up and amplify. But this is where you can invite some of your guests, some of your prospects, even some of your teammates to just stay around the fire and hear from some of the top leaders doing an overview presentation on how and what we have our hands on and where we're going with this. And I love hearing every different perspective from different leaders. I always get something from every presentation that I'm listening to and I'm plugged into. And you gotta, replication is like when you hear the song over and over, now you get to sing the words. You could sing it word for word. You could jam. So it's so good to just keep listening to the song over and over so it's embedded in your head. And now it's becoming subconscious coming out of you. And, I can't even have I can have a conversation with somebody and it sounds like I'm doing a presentation. It's crazy because I'm just so used to just talking about it, right? So we have one Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday. They got multiple Tuesday and 7 p.m. Eastern on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We have 9 p.m. in there as well. Again, I ain't got glasses on, and I ain't even know I need glasses until I seen these little words. But you go and look into elitesynergysystem.com, and you will see the schedule is there for you to plug in and get your people plugged in. So this Saturday, we have our Saturday Scoop where we have Patrick Newkirk, New Diamond 250. Patrick Newkirk with also Josh May. And that's amazing because Josh, his coming to this he just got started a couple months ago and I think he's already reached 50-50. So my man's on fire. I seen him on top of the leadership board a couple of times. So you definitely want to make sure you are on goodlifezoom.com. All the information is there. Get a screenshot. Again, everything will be on elitesynergysystem.com. All right, what else we got? Also, we just came back from, Amplify. We was in Atlanta. We got together. We do have our regional training event before we even talk about Elevate. We got the regional training event that's happening June 14th. Now, who's excited for that? It's going to be in person in San Antonio, and then you're going to have it being virtually streamed all over the country and the world, I believe. So you want to make sure that you're registered for get your ticket. There's going to be some bonuses and maybe an extra gift if you register, because we understand some people are probably going to do a launch party, and you're going to have some people that come in that probably didn't get a ticket, but you want to encourage everyone to get a ticket because when you pay attention. When it's free, you tend to free and get lost. So you want to make sure you're paying attention to what's happening. So make sure you have your ticket for our RTE. I think Lisa's going to San Antonio. I know there's a couple people I think that are going to San Antonio and flying in for the training event because they just want to be there in person to feel that energy. And then we have our next national convention will be Elevate in Columbus, Ohio. That is September 12th through the 14th. That's 114 days. 19 hours, 7 minutes, and 8 seconds. It's probably passed because I took a little bit of time to get started. But yeah, so we got 114 days to our next national event. Now, that's a long time. I'm not going to lie. I like to be around the fire. I like to be around my family a lot longer than, a lot sooner than that. So, June 14th, San Antonio doesn't sound like a bad idea, but if I can't make it there, I'll definitely be online. But you know what? As leaders, if you're building in a market, look to put a Super Saturday together. Maybe invite one of your local leaders or maybe another leader from a state across and just get them to come to your town and get them to pour into your group and just stay connected. Do culture nights. Culture nights is very important. We're building a team. You want to get to know each other. What is your why? What do you want to do? What's working for you? And let's just go have some fun and creating, local community, right? We do it at our events, but are you doing it locally in your own city? Get together. Like I was with Josh and Pam, for a Sunday fun day. We get together like once a month with our families and we'll do the pool, we'll do the beach, we'll do something, just to show community. We're getting together, and people are always like, "Man, that looks cool." Who are you? Who's that? Oh, these are family now. They were business partners as well, but we consider each other family. My kids, go stay at his house. His kids come stay at our house. So that's what we're building. We're building a tight knit community. Isaac is setting the example of what him and his family does. And then we bring it to our national events, and now it's for you to bring it into your city, into your home, into your state, and just go duplicate it and make it happen, right? So elevate Columbus, Ohio. For those that want to drive in, those that want to fly in, I always say go get that flight, lock that flight. That's the biggest commitment. Get your ticket at goodlifetrainings.com. You got to make the commitment. Buy one thing at a time, whatever it is, whichever way. Just make sure you go. Now you got Affirm, you got PayPal Pay in 4. There's no excuses to not get to these events, right? You had people in Coachella not too long ago spending thousands of dollars on these tickets that they use those paying for us to go experience that, man. Here's a great investment in yourself. I heard a quote: if you empty your wallet into your mind would in turn fill up your wallet. So I don't know how many events it's going to take for you to fill up the wallet, but this is constant, never ending improvement. I am a lifelong student when it comes to this industry and it comes to life in general. I just love learning. So we got let me see which way we're going. All right, cool. Here, this is up. Look, I got ahead of myself. You see, I got ahead of myself. Here's the regional training event. All right, hold on. This is new for me. Hold on. Wait, wait. All right, let's see. Here we got the regional training event that's happening in San Antonio in 24 days. We have Angie Cuff, rock stars, having massive, massive momentum on her team. We were talking in Atlanta, and she was just telling me, man, I think her team put in over 150 people in like 30 days, which is massive. So there's a reason why she will be one of the lead trainers there in San Antonio. Also, you already know Mr. Muzaffar Nazvi and Jesse McPherson live from the Philippines. Wow, that's pretty cool. So he's going to be training live from the Philippines. So again, get your ticket, whatever it is. We're doing it virtual as well. Events at viagodirect.com. Just make sure you're locked and loaded. You don't want to miss that. Angie's energy is through the roof, man. Talking to her, she got me excited. That's like the bonus training, right? When you have those side conversations and you talk to other people, what are you doing? What's working for you? And it just, becomes contagious. So we also have our company promotions. We have the Viago Triple Play. So what the Triple Play is, complete with ambassador from across the globe. You get to compete with everybody. So you get 1 point per Viago launch pack and help your existing personal ambassador or customer purchase a launch pack, you get another point. And then also enroll an ambassador or customer with a Club Viago standard pack, you get a 0.5. So there is cash prizes. The first prize, money prize, is a $3,000 prize. But if you need to get a minimum of 20 personals, I believe, or 20 points. And if you get up to 30, they'll triple that and give you $9,000. Also, there is a $1,500 for second place, but again, getting over 30 personals, you get $4,500 and $750 for third place. They will give you 27, I think 2750. Top 10 will also walk stage. You'll be recognized, over $17,000 in prizes. You also get mentorship, and I think you'll have some access to Isaac and some of the top leaders at our next training event. So you definitely want to partake. The money is up there. We have Christmas. You got not Christmas. We got the summer coming. Kids about to go off vacation. We definitely need some extra money to go, take them to go have some fun and create some memories. So, definitely want to partake in the triple play for this month so far. You can see our leaders there. I'm not going to try and butcher anyone's name and try to pronounce those names. So I just want to tell you, congratulations to everybody who's in the top 10, who's out there putting in the work and are leading the global markets when it comes to putting in new personals. Definitely it's still up for the taking. We got 10 more days and 10 point, we could definitely make it happen. So of course, the building blocks for this business is go out there and get six personals, right? If you can get one, you can definitely get six. Get six and you have a free monthly membership, but you also have no overhead on your business as well because you paid for the whole year. So with six people, you have a free membership and a free business for the year, and you get points to use it on some of our amazing products. Listen, I was in Atlanta. Shar, I want to say thank you again because I don't know if anyone came in contact with me in Atlanta. I was just struggling. I don't know. I was having some discomfort in my neck all weekend. And I'm like, Sean, who do you know here? Who's a chiropractor that give me an adjustment? Because I've been going hard in the gym and I've been doing a lot of running. I guess my posture is not the best. And so she was like looking for somebody. She's like, I know there's somebody here that's a chiropractor or a massage therapist. And I had people coming up to me. That's what you gotta love about this community, man. Like you have so many different people from all walks that just want to see you doing better. And so I had some people come up to me. Alexis Cruz, shout out to Alexis Cruz. He came and he was rubbing me down. He gave me something that he called sriracha that was like making you get on fire. But it was definitely alleviating some of that discomfort I was feeling. And then, we had Elise Howard, who's another licensed, massage therapist that did on the lunch break, instead of going to get lunch, she took a whole hour out of her day to help me, get this discomfort that I was struggling with all weekend. I couldn't even look up at the stage. And even to now, it's way better now. But I still feel it a little here and there. But I just shout out to the community, man. You guys definitely showed up for me, and I was super grateful for everybody that was all hands on deck trying to, help me get this relief. But now they dropped this, and I don't know if you wasn't there, but they dropped something called our first proprietary product, our first very own Viago product called the V Flex. Now, this thing, one, smells good. It's an essential oil, right? It's something you just, you rub it on and you apply it. And I remember Josh Valentine, shout out to Josh too, man. So he ended up getting one. And I'm like, Josh, can I try that? Because I don't know if you know, but I've been having some little, discomfort on my neck, and I want to see this thing, working. I had a little thing that was just holding me back, and I put this thing on, and I don't make any medical claims, but I was able to do like some dancing, and I'm like ready for Sunday night's party, and I'm like, I was like, man, this thing is pretty good. And so again, that's my experience. And I've talked to some other leaders, that were able to try the product, and they have gave nothing but amazing reviews. Again, be careful with the verbiage. I like to undersell and over deliver. I don't like to over deliver, and I don't want to oversell it and then it's not that for them. Again, my experience was an amazing experience, and everyone that I've come in contact with that experienced the product has told me they have some great results. We can't mention that it fixes the rain, the word P that fixes rain. We can't fix that for you, no. And then we can't do the other one where, I was like 290 pounds, or very large. I was like enlarged, inflamed, right? We can't talk about that word either. It doesn't help none of those things, but it does help relieve some of that discomfort that you are experiencing. And I'm a runner, so I'm using this on my knees. I'm using this on my neck, my shoulder, elbow. Like I had an experience where I ended up having a bad fall, used it on. Listen, I can go on, and I just had this only for 2 weeks. So just go out there. There's only five. I think there's a limited supply in stock right now. Go on your back office, on your marketplace, and go get you one. And use some of your points. You just got started. You picked up a pack. You got some points sitting there. Go use some of your points and go pick up a product. But yeah, get six, get free. You got a free membership. You got a free business, and I could go on and on about the product. So that's basically when it comes to the slides. We're going to stop, with that component. And now we're going to go into a little bit of training. Again, man, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here with us tonight. And so, I'm not a person, that takes notes. I wanted to do, a whole PowerPoint. I thought it would have been better, but, I was just busy, with another launch. And so one of the biggest things for me is that what is it that's holding us back, right? I've been in this industry for over 12 years. I've been able to achieve some success, some massive success in this industry. So I know what's possible, and I know what's capable of what you can accomplish with achieving success here in the industry of network marketing. Go get a pen and paper if you want. The recording is here as well if you ever want to come back to it. But I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my story. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I come from very humble beginnings. As a child, we've never traveled. We never experienced much. Nobody in my family had businesses. Nobody in my family went and got a college education. So we didn't have many good examples growing up. And I was just that person that wanted to change. I had a dreamer's mentality. And I believe we all have that, especially as kids, where we envision better than where we're at. We have an imagination, right? And we imagine things that are going to be better eventually. And so I was that person that just grew up with a big imagination and wanting more for myself and for my family growing up. And who can relate, right? I guarantee probably there's a lot of other people that feel the same way. And so I was a jack of all trades, master of none. I did construction, I did mechanic, I did duct work, I did heating and air conditioning. I did doorman. I did lifeguard. I did so many different things, and I was that person that I would get interested in something fast and then lose interest. Right? Get interested in something fast, and once I learned it, I wasn't interested anymore. And I went to school for a mechanic to be an ASC certified mechanic. I got to the last month and I just wasn't excited for it no more. I just ended up not doing that. So I was just doing so many different things, and somehow, some way, I fell in. I think God was calling me because I fell into counseling, and I ended up just doing counseling, and I had to do an internship for 6 months. I don't know, internship was like 3 to 6 months. It was like 3 months, 6 weeks, or it could have been 6 months. I couldn't work for free for that long. But yeah, it was probably like 3 months or so. And so I did this internship. And in doing that internship, I just felt like, wow, I love doing this. I love helping people. It gave me a sense of fulfillment to help somebody on their journey. And for those that don't know the colors, go out there, your colors, yellows, they tree huggers, love to save the world. I'm a big yellow, if you don't know. We got the reds, very competitive and aggressive and love the finer things in life, right? I got some red in me as well, right? We could come on a Spartan race with me. I wanna race you. Come do some push-ups with me. I'm gonna challenge you, right? Then we got the blues, the people that are spontaneous, the ones that got colorful hair, that like to be on the dance floor, that like the leopard colors, and they like to just, dance all over the world. And then you have the greens, the very analytical people, the people that have to, know everything before they make a move, and very analytical. And so we all have all of those a part of us. Just some of us are more dominant than others. So mine's is being a yellow. And so I just found my passion in helping people. And being in New York City, it was doing okay, but it wasn't enough to pay the bills. So I had to get a second job, working 80 hours a week. I was doing promoting and marketing for restaurants and lounges. I was overworked, overweight. I was helping other people, but I wasn't helping myself. And I was just looking and praying for something different. And that's where the industry of network marketing fell onto my lap. And it completely changed my life. It completely helped me become a better person. Now, it's a community. It's about traveling and saving and having fun and meeting people and making some extra income. But this is truly a business to put the mirror in your face and show you who you are and show you what you're made of, because it's going to challenge you in every which way possible. Relationship is gonna, with the how you interact, customer service. When you're in business for yourself, you have to wear every hat. Understand that. You got to be customer support, you got to be the trainer, you got to be the leader, you got to be the rep, you got to be the customer, you got to be a product of the product. So it really challenges you in every aspect. And so getting in the industry and being a part of the travel space and understanding that I can make extra income to get my time back, having 4 kids, never having time to spend with them. You got to know why you wanted to do it. And that was my why. It was like, I wanted more time to spend with my family. I wanted more time to be with my kids. It was amazing to provide. I was a great provider for my family because I was making good money, but I was making a good living, but I wasn't living a good life. And so that's what I loved about the industry, and especially what we have here with Viago, because it helps us live a better life. It helps us create more memories, because when it's all said and done, what do you have to take with you? Nothing. What do you leave? What do you want to be remembered for? Right. And that's one big thing for me now with my kids. We don't buy them things. We don't buy them expensive clothes. We don't buy them, all the best gifts in the world. You know what we do? We take them on at least 3 to 5 trips a year. And you know what's the amazing part? They never forget those trips. But the toy that I spend, that PS5 that I bought for them, they don't even play with it no more. I'm about to sell it. If anybody's looking to buy, it's like $300. I'm gonna probably sell it, offer up or something. Yeah, because they're not even using it. But you know what? They create the memories, and those things last so much longer. So when we tell you we got something special on our hands, you have to understand what we have our hands on. And so, being in the industry and being able to, change my life, my family's life. We left Brooklyn, New York. We moved to Tampa, Florida. We bought them into some of the best school zones. We bought, the cheapest house in the nicest area, right? That was a real estate tip they gave us, right? And so we just, because of this industry, has helped me literally change the whole direction and the course of my financial family's tree because I made a decision. My kids will not know what it looks like to come from where I came from. They won't not have the same traumas and the same stresses that I had to experience as young because I wanted to create a safe space for them. And we've been able to do that because of this industry. And so I've done many other things, right? I had my own promotion and marketing company, right? Where I had to open up a restaurant and lounge and promote people to come. And I made money based off of the sales that came in. I did that and it was good, but it wasn't what we're doing here. Getting paid residual on vacation, that's a different thing. I started a logistic company running trucking business in New York City, from New York to Chicago, New York to Ohio. I didn't want to drive it. We were hiring other drivers. They were crashing, making mistakes. So ended up, becoming a money pit. So many different obstacles with that. It definitely was profitable, but it was just something that I didn't want to give my time, energy, and affection to, right? And then, what else? I did a Toro business. I was renting cars. Like when I tell you in the last, like in that pandemic situation, I was doing so many different things, but there was nothing better that caught my attention than this industry and what we have here. And so I always say one is the people. Know who you with, the people that you partnered up with, amazing people. The product, what do we sell? What do we market? We market membership, we market memories, we market experiences, we market community, we market resources, we market, relationships, we market the world, right? And then this the plan. The plan pays. The money's gonna come, right? If you work the plan will pay you. So those are the things that I always focus on when it comes to building the business. And so, one, know why you're doing this, right? Two, be a product of the product. But having said all of that and knowing what we have our hands on and achieving success and seeing what it was able to do, here launching with Viago, we're brand new. Everybody started new, right? Everybody started brand new. So I get in 6 months ago, we started brand new. Thankfully, had a team come with us in, but still, you got to lead. You have to move your feet. If you don't move your feet, nobody else is going to move your feet, right? You got to lead from the front. So me having massive success coming here, and it's like, all right, how do I go about this? And so I've been like, what's holding me back? Anybody feel that they're holding back? Anybody feel like they have another level in them? Anybody understand what they can achieve if they were to succeed here? Look at some of the stories that are walking stage. Look at some of the testimonies of people who are having success with what we have here. And then it's like, I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of doing. I've done this. I've been in this industry. I've built massive teams. What is holding me back? What is holding you back? Usually it's fear. That's usually one of the biggest things. It's you holding you back. It's you versus you. I love seeing people succeed. I love seeing people walk stage. I love seeing people traveling, creating memories. I love seeing a new person get excited, right? New blood is the lifeline in this business. If you want to go fast, you go by yourself. But if you want to go far, you build it with a team. And so one of the biggest things that stops a lot of us from moving forward is what? This phone, just like you, just like me and everybody else, right? Look at that. I got the blue diamond, right? I got that blue diamond, looking at it every day, right? So, knowing why I'm doing this, knowing what's my goal, and then knowing how to do this. So I know everything. I got it all that's mapped out. Why am I not taking the action? Why are you not taking the action? If we see Martin and Dingo coming from Africa and go hit 100 in less than 100 days, is it possible? Did you see the launch that happened in Dubai? Over 400 people. Is it working? So what is it? It's us. So usually it's fear, false evidence appearing real. The one fear that a lot of people experience is fear of rejection. What are we scared of? Being rejected by somebody? Again, me being a yellow, want to save the world and hug the world. I don't like confrontation. I don't like, getting into argument, or I don't like to go back and forth with somebody. I don't like being told no. I don't like being told no. I hate being told no. I could probably be down on my last dollar and I won't call nobody to ask them for money because I don't like being rejected. I'll struggle before I ask somebody for money because I don't like no. I don't want to be told no. What's another one? You know what? Oh, you know which one I don't like? Especially because people know I've always had a business mind and I've always had success in different stages and different things that I've done. I've succeeded in many different things. You know, it's another one. Oh, I hate being ignored. Oh, gosh. You're ignoring me? Like, what? You're lucky I'm even reaching out to you. I don't like being ignored. You know, it's another one that I know some of you probably feeling. Being judged. What are they going to think about me and my business? Oh, you're in a pyramid deal. Oh, you're in one of those things. Oh, and it's all lack of education. But those are the things that are stopping us, probably fear of rejection. So, how can we reframe that? See, for a person that, like me, that likes to help people, I have to reframe that thinking and stop being scared of the rejection, being judged, or being ignored, and have to understand this has helped me change my life. This took a kid from Brooklyn, New York, never traveling the world, never making more than, like, I make six figures, but consistently being able to, do way more with my kids, help lead other families and help other people do the same thing. It took me from from a zero to a hero, this industry. So if I love helping people, I got to know that, listen, I'm reaching out to you to help you. I don't need you. You need what we got. So we got to stop looking and thinking that we need people. No, people need us. Suicide is all-time high. Depression, all-time high. Inflation is high. We got the solution to everyone's problem. So reframing that thinking was how I was able to, build the courage. Let me start going back into knowing what I can do. Right? What's the next one? Perfection paralysis. Ha ha. Jay, what's that perfect invite? I hear it all the time. Hey, what do you tell somebody when they ask you this question? What do you say for this person or that person? How do you invite the person that is very successful? How do you write the person that doesn't travel? How do you write the person that does travel, right? The perfection paralysis. A lot of times we get so stuck on trying to do it so right that we don't even take action. I'd rather progress than perfection, right? Progress over perfection every day. Do a little every day in the right direction, taking the right steps and the right action. That'll be perfection. You see, there's a lot of talented people on this call here. A lot of people who I know should be blue diamond. A lot of people on this call that should be diamond. A lot of people on this call that should be gold. A lot of talent in this call, but talent will never outbeat people who work hard. Hard work will always beat talent if talent doesn't work hard. We're all trained. We all know how to do this, but we're not working hard. We're not taking the action, right? So progress beats perfection. Another one is a lack of belief. What is the lack of belief in? Maybe you're lacking belief in yourself. Maybe you're lacking the belief that, hey, it's a new company, it's still new, there's still some things that are wrong. Or, hey, listen, maybe you lack the industry. There's people talking bad about the industry. Some people have bad experiences. Hey, I got trust issues, I got commitment issues. And I'm really talking like I got these issues, right? Because I grew up, in unsafe environments. The commitment, trust was always big things for me, right? What is holding you back? So is it the lack of belief? Is it belief in the system and the belief in the trips, the belief in yourself? See, I tell you this much. That's why it's important to be a product of the product. Why? Come to the trainings. You think that'll help build your belief? Oh yeah, it'll help build your belief. Hearing some other people's stories, that was the thing that got me. I didn't think I could build this business until I seen people walking stage. That I'm like, wait, hold on. That person is having success. Not to take anything away from that person, but if they can do it, so can I. There's nothing special about that person. They don't know more people than I know more. I know way more people. I got better hunger. I got more desire. I know what struggle feels like. I don't want to struggle no more. I want to be able to thrive. I don't want to survive anymore. So there's nothing, you can't tell me you can't outwork me. I know what hard work looks like. I'm from New York. We know how to work hard. But it wasn't the hard that it was hurting me this time for this launch. What was it? It was the fear. What was the belief? Was it in myself? I know how to do this, Jay. You've built massive teams, put a team of over 15,000 people in the past. You know how to make this happen. You helped multiple people hit 6 figures. You've helped multiple people travel, change their life, meet their significant others, and add value to their life. What is holding you back? It's all about how you look at things. When you change at the things you look at, the things and how you look at it start to change. So it's about your perspective, 100%, right? And so go on a trip, go to a training event, read the books. I'm telling you guys, one thing I promise you, a lot of people, if they're stuck, they're not reading. If a lot of people are stuck, they're not listening to the audios. What do you say when you talk to yourself? Some of us are our worst critics. Would you talk to your best friend or your kids the way you talk to you? The way you are hard on yourself, the way you beat yourself up every day, would you talk to your kids the same way you talk to you? Will you talk to your parents that way? Would you talk to your best friend that way? Odds are no. So stop being so critical on yourself. You have to love yourself to success. You have to love yourself to build you up. If you're the one beating you up, you're never going to elevate. You're never going to get to that next level. Love yourself, growing to success, right? You got to see the potential in your people and in yourself before you achieved it. But the books is really what's going to unlock it for you. The trainings is what's going to unlock it for you. A trip. True, that Dubai trip looked crazy. Over 400 people. You know how many people came out of that event and ended up having success, putting in new people all over? Because it built that belief. So these are just different things that you can do to build your belief, right? If not, you got to have a bigger why. You got to find a bigger why. Why? So what are you afraid of? What is the worst that can happen? By inviting somebody. What is the worst that can happen? If you really look at the fear that's holding you back, is it really dangerous? Can it really hurt you? Can it really hurt you? Odds are, no. But we stuck in that fear. And unfortunately, the only thing, and sometimes when people take action, is when they hit rock bottom. Or when something drastic happens. Why wait? Start now. Why wait? Why wait for it to get really bad for you to be like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Why can't you be like, you know what? I'm doing pretty good in life and I want to do better. There's another level. You don't have to be rock bottom to take action. You don't have to be on the, feeling down and out to want change. I know you want change. Me too. Take action. How do you take action? Take a time out of your day. How do you spend your time? TIME. Thankful. Invest in yourself. Meditate. Exercise. That's filling your cup up. And then you take the second half of your day to pour out and get ready for the masses. Because it's going to be hard. No matter what you do in life, it's going to be hard. I was working 2 jobs. In order for me to make more money to get my time back, my supervisor told me I had to go back to college and continue my education. I was like, I ain't got time for that. She was like, cool, choose your heart. Then you're going to keep working 2 jobs if you don't go to school and continue your education, get a degree, and then come back. And then you can make more money. I said, no, I'm gonna give this a year. It's been 12 years. Never looked back. Tried other things. Never looked back. This is it.
Where's B&B's food?
This is it. This is it. This is it. This is what we need. This is what frees everybody. Mentally, spiritually, financially, socially, emotionally, help you get to the next level, become the best version of yourself. So what really are you afraid of? Can't hurt you. And honestly, if you're not challenging yourself mentally, it's like a muscle. You lose it. If you're not challenging yourself mentally, you're losing it. You're wasting it. You have to challenge yourself. And if you don't find the challenges for you to go out there to overcome, guess what happens? Your brain is going to find a way to create challenges within itself. Now you start worrying about your health. You start worrying about finances. You start worrying about things that don't even exist. And now you start worrying about future shit. Excuse my language. So make sure you invest in the time right way. And then you go put the time into helping others, changing others. You see, sharing is caring. This right here, this is going to be massive, right? What else? What beliefs are holding you back? What's not serving you? What's the worst thing that can happen? Just make some calls. And you know what's another thing? How would your life change if you did take action? How would your life look like if you did reach out to a bunch of people? How would your life look like if you reached Blue Diamond, if you reached Diamond? They're talking about ownership here. It's not just about being a member here. We're talking about ownership, something that we're doing together, being able to own resorts, being able to own islands, being able to own a part of this company. This is ownership. Being in this industry, I've seen some amazing things. I've seen some people literally drastically change their life for the better, like I did myself. What's about to happen here with what we have, with the right leadership, with the right people, with the right heart, with the right product, with everything coming together, with the right comp plan, this is going to be the biggest thing you've ever seen. And there's never going to be a worse feeling than fear. You know what's the worst feeling of fear? Is regret. Regret. The regret that you didn't reach out to one of your friends and then you see him on my team. The regret I didn't reach out to somebody on my chicken list and then I see him on Jesse Mack's team. The regret I didn't reach out to another friend and then all of a sudden I see him on Eric G's team. Because Eric G's not taking it easy. He ain't holding back. Roscoe Taylor's not holding it back. These guys are moving. Angie Cuff, they're not holding back. They taking action. They overcame whatever it was that they had to pick up that phone and just take action. Stop waiting for your mood to be right. Stop waiting for the right mood, the right moment, the right perfect everything. I was that person that usually waits for everything to be perfect before I take action, but I can't because my life ain't perfect. I don't live the perfect life. I don't take my kids to all the trips that they want to go on. My daughter wants to go to Japan in October. You know how much that's gonna cost? I gotta start working now. So that was a little bit of motivation for me to start going back through the numbers and overcoming this fear. And so some people can do 10 a day. Write your list. Some of you can invite 10 a day. Some of you can invite at least one a day. I don't care. One should be your minimum. One invite a day. I promise you by day 10, day 20, you're going to be doing 5 invites. You're going to be doing 10 invites. Why? Because the momentum starts to build. People think that your life literally changes overnight. It doesn't. It changes in small micro doses of change. Doing 1 minute of meditation a day. Then all of a sudden you're meditating 40 minutes a day. Doing 1 minute at the gym. You know what's the hardest? And you know what's the heaviest weight at the gym is the front door. Showing up. You just got to show up. Some of you are not showing up in this business. You're not showing up in your life. It's crazy. Imagine looking at your why, and your why is like, Daddy, why are we struggling? Daddy, why can't I have these things? Daddy, why can't I go here? Why can't I go there? Daddy, why you got to work so hard? You don't want to have the regret of missing out on all those important moments that you have the opportunity, especially right now with what we have our hands on. So I'm not going to take too much of your time, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Honestly speaking, baby steps. Baby steps. You got to crawl before you walk. You walk before you run. Start crawling. But as long as you're moving forward, remember, progress over perfection. I am not perfect. But you know what? I've learned to just take little action every day. I don't care how much it is. One invite a day is my minimum. Some days I'm inviting 5, some days I'm inviting 10, but mine is one a day. And I challenge you to do at least one a day. And then you challenge yourself. Either you find somebody to hold you accountable or you hold yourself accountable. Nobody should have to hold you accountable to changing your own life. It's your life. Why I gotta call you to put in the work? Why I gotta call you to invite? Why I gotta call you to go to training? It's your life. Hold yourself accountable. But if you need accountability, reach out to the community. Find somebody who's one step level ahead of you. And hey, I need some help. Can you hold me accountable? Because I promise you, that's one thing we have here. It's truly OBT. One big team. We're here to help each and every one of you guys succeed. Because when one person's winning, we all start winning. The more people we got winning, the more we clapping and we're showing and we're getting people to see the information. Eventually, the masses will come in. The masses are going to come. We just got to be the ones planting the seed. Do not fall in love with the yes. Fall in love with the work. Fall in love with the journey. That is the best part, is the journey. I'm actually doing 100 push-up challenge right now. Imagine doing 100 push-ups a day. I couldn't even do 20 at one point. I'm doing 100 a day. Talk about accountability. But what I started doing was posting it on social media, because now everybody on social media is holding me accountable. So if I can do that, I'm on today's day 53. If I can do that, guess what I can do? One invite a day for a 90-day challenge. Start with one, and I promise you, there's days I'm doing 150 push-ups, 175 push-ups, and then guess what happens? People on social media like, Jay, what's up? They get next to me. Oh, I want to join the challenge with you. Let's do it together. Why? Because they see you leading. Lead, 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 lead. You lead, right? So I'm gonna leave you with this. I'm not here to convince. I'm here to connect. I don't chase people. I attract the right ones by showing up with passion and purpose. Every call is a seed planted. Some say yes, some say no, and some say not yet. But all of it moves forward. I release the outcome and trust the process. I'm not attached to who says yes, because I know the right ones will feel my energy and align with my mission. I bring value, I bring vision, I bring belief. I am bold, I am confident, I'm all in. Let's go. I'm ready. You ready? Let's lead. See you at Elevate. Let's go.